There we go. Hey, folks, and welcome to The Vice. We are gathered together here today to do some fun and silliness and craziness as we go into, golly, episode 128 of The Vice. It's no big deal, nothing to worry about. It's not like at the end of last episode that, Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells, decided to pop in and say hi. Speaking of people popping in and saying hi, let's meet our cast. We will start off, as we always do, with our buddy, Dragons or Cats.
Hello everyone, I am Dragons or Cats, and I am playing Vidar Lycran, the completely out of his step warlock. He does not currently, like me, has a mental capacity to deal with it this early in the morning. Oh fuck, it's Asmodeus. Azzy, as I call him.
Sure. Next up is our buddy Templar Warden. He's having some camera problems, so we've got a picture of his character up there, but he is hiding behind that portrait. How are you doing today, Daniel?
Hello, I am Templar 1. I am playing Hidden by Axel, the Dragon Tabaxi Wizard. And those just showed up, and I have true sight. This is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not having a panic attack.
Yeah, that wisdom save didn't save you. Next up is Bird vs. Plane.
Hey, folks, I'm the man who gave that man true sight. That's my bad. I'm going to be playing Iskatul, the half-elf bard turned gunslinger.
Next up is NNG9.
Hey y'all, I'm NNG9, Resident Huntress. I play Lunar, a Water Genasi monk who's, I think, not there right now. Wasn't she running with Lily?
Running with Lily. You took off, because last you saw was this doll was on its way, and you skedaddled.
Yeah, so she's doing fine comparatively.
Yeah, no, you are in full sprint out of there. And last but not least, Good Guy Pie.
Hello everyone, I'm Good Guy Pie. I will be playing Luck Gold Hard Story now, all the way from Elevation Pit, and okay, that's not bad.
Coping very well with the whole idea of devils back in his life once again. I am Tall Squall. I am your DM and host for all of this craziness. Welcome to the station if you've never been here before. As I said, we are on session 128 of our campaign. We are getting close to the end of it, and so bigger and weirder things are happening. Last week we had a huge lore dump, but if you are out there watching, please feel free to participate in our game by making donations to our charity. We run 100% for charity, and this month we are actually all the way through the end of April, we are supporting Game to Grow, and Bird vs. Plane can tell us a little bit about that amazing organization.
Sure, Game to Grow is this awesome organization that uses role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons to help those who either have anxiety about social situations, are on the spectrum, have other issues that kind of prevent them from living what some would consider a healthy social life, and it allows them to express their emotions in a safe environment while also building friendships that have been sustained during and after the games are over. They have great reviews, wildly successful program. Donate if you can. If not, no worries. Feel free to just click on the link below and learn some more about yourself. And D&D is great.
Yep, feel free to just hang out with us if you'd like. I know it's been a rough week for everyone. Sending out all my best. All of us are. All our best to everybody out there as we all sort of go through this. And hope you can escape with us for a little bit as we gather our friends together and tell a story. So let's roll the intro and we will jump into it. That was so close for
I
that
know
being
it
when I
was.
muted. That was so close.
Pro streamer.
Pro streamer. It's like we're on Critical Role when they're trying to mess up Mike Mercer, my good buddy Mike Mercer.
Wow.
I obviously need my beer. Anyway. Cheers, everyone. So, welcome, everyone, to the Vice. As I said, we are kind of right in the thick of it right now. Our party, at the end of last session, well, we had a big sort of lore dump as we just wanted to catch everybody up, myself included, and the party members with some of the lore. So we started off sort of telling the story of the Archmistress and what she has been up to, sort of a little bit of her perspective of the things that she's been doing over the last 90 plus years, that all of this has been moving forward, that our party's had some insight into. But the big action happened is our good buddy Templar Warden had kept a blood crystal from Elevation Pit in his bag of holding because, cats, curiosity, trying to make armies of undead, stuff like that. So he hung on to one of these things, and as he reached into his bag of holding, it finally had sort of kicked in a little bit. And he pulled out his hand, and it was covered in blood. Not just any blood, though. Devil blood. Archdevil blood, in fact, from Mulgark. The devil that they had vanquished up in Elevation Pit. Our good buddy Luck basically felt all of that influence, devil influence again, as it re-entered the world, something that he had not felt since they had gotten that Archdevil gone. Our good buddy Templar, curious as ever and wondering just how bad it was, decided to do the old turn the bag of holding inside out, and everything came spilling out, including about 10 to 15 gallons of devil blood, Archdevil blood. Up to their ankles. Luna was there. She gathered it all in a ball because she is a water genasi. Our buddy Axel, having a freeze blood, which is basically like a stasis spell, used that to contain it, and eventually, between the combined efforts of Luna, Luck, and Axel, banished it, basically destroyed it, turned it to ash. However, lying at their feet on their floor was a familiar item. The bow known as Druid's Bane that belonged to Talarian Gloomwalker, the revenant brother of their old traveling companion, Kel. They had last seen it, had left it over in Falcon's Crest in the hands of a level 20, basically curse master, an arch nullifier of the Arcana Mystica, for it to be kept in safe keeping because they didn't know what to do with it. However, now here it was on the floor of their inn, having fallen out of their bag of holding. After wrestling with it for a bit, they finally got a hold of it, but at that moment, Lily, their little air genasi traveling companion, who the party suspects and now is fairly sure is in fact the prophesized anchor, this bow was drawn to it as that anchor came to her through a pathway of both blood and love through Talarian. So this was the equivalent of her uncle's bow, which was seeking revenge on Kel, the party member that the group once traveled with. Heroic efforts were done by every member of the party to try to stop it from getting to Lily. But in the end, after it formed from bow to ring to then a Cornhusk doll, a parody of the Cornhusk doll that Lily's carries, luckily, Celia banished it, which gave for 4 rounds, which gave them about 30 seconds to get their get their plan together. Luna took Lily and booked it after Iska had hidden her inside the pocket dimension of a rope trick. But as Lily went busting out, the doll reappeared and began to give chase. And midair in this 2-story tavern, a dark figure appeared and grabbed it, holding it in its own hands. Familiar figure to Celia. The figure of Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells, and looked at all of them and said, "We need to talk." So, let's ground ourselves back where we are. The party is currently inside another pocket dimension, in fact, inside the Magic Mansion spell of their friend Rian. He, instead of it being as a ornate mansion, it is a tavern. It is a comfortable space the party has spent about a week in at this point. It has a large, great room that's 2 stories tall, a bar, a nice kitchen, places to sit, a comfy hearth. Up the stairs, there is a sort of balcony that overhangs the main central area where there are multiple rooms, as this is a magical space. Basically, the more rooms they need, the more rooms that it has. And in general, sort of a hunting lodge type feel to it. There are lanterns on the walls, a well-stocked bar with kegs of ale and different types of drink, basically whatever people need. Rian, who is the owner of this, and his companion, Nate, have stepped out onto the bottom floor during all of this ruckus. As we said, Luna went bolting out the front door through the yard. By this point that this happened, having a full 30 seconds, I think we came up with the math, it's like 400 or 500 feet away that she was able to get, being a monk.
Something like that.
So out the front gates, past the stables outside, exited from the mansion itself. The rest of the party is upstairs at this point, sort of on this balcony. The door to Axel's room basically has been torn apart by Riley, who was trying to brace himself in it. Axel is actually laying on the floor down below as he was knocked off of the balcony during the battle. But the rest of the party is pretty much sitting around a little bit in shock as Asmodeus appears. To most of the party, Asmodeus is this elegant, dark-skinned figure. Very well-tailored, sort of armored cloak that he wears, multiple buttons on it. It is impeccably tailored. His hair, long, sort of wavy down to his shoulders, incredibly handsome, has a sort of goatee that comes down to a long point. And the most discerning and somewhat disturbing feature are his eyes, which basically look like flowing pools of blood, almost like a lava lamp. To Axel, unfortunately, who had True Sight cast upon him, to see if there were any other threats or dangers, sees the true visage of Asmodeus, which is the stuff of nightmares. In fact, the stuff of your worst nightmares. Everyone sees something different when they see the king of the Nine Hells. And having saved his wisdom saving throw, is petrified in fear on the floor down below. Asmodeus above, having grabbed this doll, crushed it in his hand, and stated to the party, "Well, that was quite a piece of work. Nasty business, that one. All of us, though, we need to talk." So I look to the party. What would you all like to do?
Is there any way I could either use a Calm Emotions or a Lesser Restoration to help out my buddy Axel here, who I inadvertently screwed over?
Sure, you can give it a try.
Sure. You got a preference, or just?
Yeah, this level of fear, it's probably going to take a restoration. It's really all about him making his saving throw is what it comes up to. So Bardic Inspiration might be your best bet to give him some bonus.
Then yeah, I'll give him a Bardic I'll inspire Axel, and just nice little back rub, nice little pat. Not really understanding why he's freaking out, because I mean, hey, it's a devil, but come on.
He's a very good-looking devil right now at this point. He's a handsome devil, if you might even say. Yes, I did there. I went there. You're welcome, good guy.
What was Vidar doing last session?
Vidar is still barely on, 9 hit points? You lost some because you... didn't you get hit by something?
I've been on 9 hit points since the end of the...
oh, yeah.
Since the end of Night Melee.
You were trying to... Actually, you were trying to cast a magic circle, but you abandoned it as the battle ended before you had enough time to finish it. So... So you're up on the upper balcony, having started to etch out this magic circle, trying to make some sort of a barrier around the rope trick that that Iska had cast.
Excuse me. But I was just going. That shouldn't be possible. How did he ban? What?
Oh. Arriving in here. Really not that big of a deal.
We need to talk, okay? First of all, thank you so much for whatever the heck you just did, kind stranger.
Well, that one that your friend just ran off with is under my protection. Under a contract to be protected. And while I thought you all might be able to handle it and helped gather all of you here for this, even after your bumbling in the forest, he looks at you, Vidar.
Oh, you woke me up. I appreciate that. Wow, and you sent me here. Okay, alright, now... Okay, now I'm scared.
Well, you actually did quite well, considering what you were up against. That one, Well, he's sort of holding up the ring as the doll has, as he crushed his hand, it's now turned back into the ring. Eva really did quite a nice job trying to push this away. She is quite capable. In fact, there's only a few things that could have drawn it away from one of her vaults. She and I have had some dealings in the past, you see. But
you just said from the beginning that you were Eva's friend.
I would call it more business partner than friend, but friend, I guess, will work. Anyway, you can tell your friend through your, he sort of points to his head, that she can come back with the girl. She will suffer no harm from me. In fact, the closer she is, probably the more protected that she is. Perhaps one of the most protected mortals on this sphere.
I like the cut of his jib. As he says to the group.
I'll let Axel, you can go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, Axel's just pressed up against the wall. He sort of pulled Riley back next to him.
There's been no introductions. Vidar doesn't know who this character.
Oh yeah, no, there has been
absolutely.
absolutely no introductions. Because Celia can't say his name.
And what's the
It's wisdom saving
Bardic?
throw. And you have a bardic?
Which
Yeah.
is what's
I
your
think it's
bardic at
a-
the moment?
It is a
Monday,
D10.
isn't it?
Yeah, you're a D10 now.
Yeah. That's
There you go.
31, 30.
On a DC 25, because Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Axel, you are no longer affected by his petrifying presence, and Cat has your tongue back.
This is terrible. Now we can make the decision. I have no idea what decision to make. I don't. We don't want to make any deals. None. Absolutely none.
Oh, I'm not here to make deals, unless.
Thank God. Wait, no. Didn't mean that. Thank God it's not a thing.
You see him sort of snap his fingers, and a glass of wine appears. An expression, I
Jeanette?
understand.
Celia sent me a message, and Jeanette and Celia would like to say, "What do you want now?"
Okay. Celia chimes in, what do I want now? Nothing. I'm just here fulfilling my part of the bargain with your sister. I'm to protect the choir. That includes Lily. For
The
her,
weird mystery man who showed up knows Lily and says they're friends, and Vidar is talking to him a lot. I'm gonna need some backup here.
Luna starts immediately running back.
It's at that point Vidar's nearly down the stairs and is going up for a.
Do I hear that?
open channel, I assume.
Open channel. That was open, yeah.
Axel is privately going to tell Luna. It's the Lord of the House.
Vidar's down the bottom of the stairs.
Vidar
Vidar Lycran, wonderful to meet you.
I don't know what's happened, but yes, yeah. I'm scared.
I'm gonna shake Asmodeus' hand.
You are there, I'm not.
That is the worst
Okay,
idea.
Axel is immediately gonna grab you and yank you back.
That's the sentence that you just don't want to hear.
Okay, I mean, I know Vidar's kind of... What's the deal?
Perhaps, actually, I need
I-
luck to make a Constitution saving throw.
I
At grabbing the hand, it's like
Your head feels like it is about to explode
yeah.
from being in the presence of this level of concentrated bad.
Question is, I don't know if it's dangerous to say anything.
Asmodeus looks to Luck, who is, I assume you are basically doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should all have something to eat. That will make this easier, pointing to Luck, and perhaps give you a little bit more ease. You see, if we share a table, the laws of hospitality, which are one of the few binding laws of all creation, would then apply. He snaps his fingers, and you see, literally, a hero's feast lay out before you. With just a snap of the fingers. No...
Can I
colored me
know if
impressed.
he's telling the truth or if he's just bullshitting us?
You can insight check.
It's like check
Okay.
over this.
I don't know if there's any law. I don't know those sorts of laws. It's not a magic thing. It's just an insight thing. Nope. That's a 9.
On a 9, he sort of sees that you are insight check. He says, "Oh, for goodness sake. It's not like this is Game of Thrones or anything like that. We all eat together, and you'll be fine for 24 hours.
Look, I'm actually quite famished. I'm glad you all got home nice and safe, but I woke up
In a ditch, actually.
I got drugged. So I'm going to take this invitation. I'm going to sit down. He picks up the first bit of food and just.
He sits down himself and starts eating as well.
Blueberry cupcake.
It is a incredible spread, the likes of which you probably haven't seen since probably the Solstice Ball at Falcon's Crest, as it on a table that stretches through the entire common room of the tavern. You see Rian come over and oh, hello. Woohoo!
I mean, just because the man bamped into our room doesn't mean we have to be rude. Also, we outnumber him.
Devil! King!
No.
We don't know
Devil.
that yet. Don't know that yet.
You do not know that yet.
Oh, that's right.
I don't
Actually
know if it's safe.
told Luna probably.
Only told
She
Luna.
does. Yep.
I don't know if he's. The thing is, he doesn't know if it's safe to tell anyone. He doesn't. He probably presumes that Asmodeus knows that he knows. But
He sort of looks at Axel and goes, "We don't need to use any names, but let's just let your friends know that we probably probably shouldn't pull any funny business."
don't
so
make
I'm
deals
here.
with the devil.
I'm on Bluetooth audio. Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Hello,
We
yeah.
can hear you.
Cool. I'm just not gonna turn my video on, so y'all can't see my nasty car.
Okay.
Okay.
Please. Okay. Are you trying to role play while driving?
Yes, I am.
It's just-
Please be careful.
I'm okay. I have you on my car's Bluetooth.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
can
So
hands-free.
you're on hands free. Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
He looks to Celia and goes, "You know that I am a good faith dealer. Let's all sit down, have a chat, have a bit to eat, and call this neutral territory, shall we, for the next 24 hours."
Celia will look to the party and then look to Asmodeus and say, "Do you realize there are no deals that are going to be made today?"
I'm not looking to make deals today. I'm looking to offer help where I can and also understand your intentions. To see whether or not any deals might need to be made tomorrow. I mean, you are quite a cosmic level disaster force that's going on here.
I look over to Vidar when he just says disaster force.
Ale. Just.
There.
Say about this time Luna comes bursting
Okay.
in.
So like Luna's just bursting, like sliding in, arms iced up and everything. Like looking around. Why on earth are you eating with that?
I haven't.
What?
I don't know.
This is a friend of Celia's. That's all I know.
Friend,
Again,
Made
business
up of-
associates probably more apropos. Eat if you will, or not. I'm just trying to offer you a little bit of comfort. I need luck to make me another Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Good.
On a 17, this damage will be halved. You take 14. I'm sorry, no. You take 12 points of psychic damage as your head is just. I promise you, this is how it's done. You think we never have to sit at tables together, Angel?
just reluctantly sits down.
Do you eat anything?
No.
It's going to keep getting worse. We can sit here until you pass out, and then your friends can try to heal you, and then you'll pass out again, or you can eat something.
Fine.
You should try the steak cuts with marinara sauce.
Vidar, I don't need your sass.
Real good.
Just grabs an apple or something.
You take a bite of an apple, it's instantly gone. See? You are immune to the things I can't turn off. Speaking of which, no, Luna, he's still in disguise. Never mind. Yeah. So, you can choose to eat or not. It will help. It also will ensure fair dealing. Otherwise, who knows what I could do? He just gives this really unsettling smile.
Oh, Luna hates him. But hate does not prevent her from doing but she believes him about the effect thing, seeing what was happening with Luck, so she will go ahead and eat.
Yeah, I'll pop a grape.
Yep. There we go.
We'll guess Axel will sit down. He has no idea what to do in this situation.
What are you having Riley do?
He's just like he is gonna have Riley sit next to him.
Does Riley eat?
He won't tell Riley not to eat, but he won't be eating.
So Axel is not eating.
Axel is not eating, but he won't tell Riley not to.
Yep. I think
'Cause
Riley
everyone else
sees
is,
good food and sees other people eating, and he
Yeah,
picks up something.
it's all on you guys if anything goes wrong.
Don't charge us with your ward. This is your kid.
I'm gonna notice that you're not eating. Just give you like just a little nod. I'm gonna send another bardic inspiration your way, because brother, I think you're gonna need it.
He looks at Axel. Suit yourself. It's not going to be pleasant. But that's all on you. So,
Story of my life.
my friends, my dumpster
Possible
fire
business
Business
associates.
associate.
business associates. My overpowered dumpster fire that is skipping across the continent. He looks to Vidar. We have our crazy cosmic knowledge turned flesh worm. Mr. Contradictions over here looking at Luck. The tapestry tangler pointing at Iska. The overwhelmed dragon cat dad boy whatever who is going to have a hell of a headache here pretty soon. Emo death newbie looking at Cilia, and he stares at Luna and pauses for a second, goes, well, actually, you're not so bad.
I have very mixed feelings about this.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's not exactly cop.
Whatever this is that you all have going here, I really don't care. Not even a little.
Wait, because I don't care about you. Get to the fucking point.
I have to
The
protect
dumplings
her.
are great though.
I have to protect her, he points at Lily. By contract. And I want to make sure that your overpowered bumblings don't foil my plans in the process.
Why do you have to protect her?
Because, points to say, her sister made a contract with me to protect the choir.
If that contract was voided, why do you still need to protect her?
Oh, as long as he looks to Cilia, as long as our contract is in place, that contract must be enforced. That is my leverage.
Axel's like, what? Doesn't say anything, he just looks over the sort of like, what?
Celia looks to the group and then looks to Asmodeus and says, "Would you like to explain?"
Oh, I have no intention of
shall I?
explaining. And if you decide to explain, then I'll be happy to collect on both contracts.
Celia said nothing. In regards to your deal at least.
Yeah, that might be it, yeah.
What do you want?
I actually more would like to know what your plans are.
Dead Netherwings.
Yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds really good.
I could get behind that.
Ooh, no. Dead Vicina. And Archmistress. Yeah, them too.
Now there's where we're going to have a problem.
Is that another business associate of yours?
Why, yes, it is.
Yes.
Which one? Vicina?
No comment.
Wonderful.
Right.
Listen,
Yeah, cool.
we've been doing this for months now. We've been navigating prophecy and rewriting history and undoing and redoing fates. I'm kind of over the cryptic shit. What do you want with us today?
I want to know what your plans are. And nice work, by the way. 2 out of 3, not bad. Rian is certainly an improvement over Florian, that's for
Thank
sure.
you.
And Theo, well, he would be the perfect WB drama tortured protagonist on prime time. The third, well, sorry to hear about. Oh, you haven't gotten to that part yet. Spoilers, never mind.
Is this like the evil Doctor? It's just Doctor Who, but evil.
Is he just the master?
This is great. This is
Busy.
great. It's busy.
Yeah, basically she threw Celia through time.
What?
You were
That
breaking
was
up there,
horrible.
Jeanette.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm hitting a dead spot. I said, yeah, he threw Celia through time, so basically.
Yeah. So, what parts can or can't we tiptoe around? Because I think our plan after this was to go and just. What were we going to do? We're going to go back up to Sojourns? We're going to go to. We're going to get to the Vice or to Balathera group?
The plan
Mentally.
was-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Nope. Go ahead.
Mentally, just like, we hit Vice, we nailed the ritual, Balathera, Archmistress, probably a temple at some point, big climactic battle. I don't know. That's how stories tend to go.
Okay. Out loud, Luna will say, "Our plan is to fulfill our roles. How that exactly happens is yet to be determined."
Not to die.
Good
And
one.
kind of
Like that one.
keep home.
He looks at Axel and goes, "Now, there's something we can write a contract on."
No.
No, not today.
Oh, well.
You know what? He's gonna eat something. He needs the fortification if he wants to deal with this.
Stressing.
Yep, so okay, you eat something.
Yeah, because I mean, at the whole time, he's just been under the stress of actually seeing this. Just because he passes wisdom save doesn't mean that he's not got vision. So yeah, he is going to eat something to get the fortification that Hero's Feast offers.
Yep.
So it looks like stress eating.
Yes. Axel
What?
stressing.
Yeah. What could you possibly offer to deter my need for revenge for my people with your business associate?
Well, I have limited need of the Archmistress. She just needs to fulfill her contract with me, and then I have not a care what happens to her after.
Then why are we talking now?
Because I need the Archmistress to be able to be alive to fulfill her contract with me. And all of this comes together pretty much at the same time.
Then we have a problem, don't we?
Now, don't we?
What does she need to succeed on, as per her terms of contract, so we can dance around the lines?
She just needs to deliver to me what she promised she would when she signed up for all of this 98 years ago.
I'm too exhausted for cryptic messages.
Is it the soul you desire?
It is what the soul of her unborn child will bring with it, is what I desire.
Which is a horde of Netherwings.
Oh, posh.
The anchor.
The anchor's right here.
Good point.
The anchor's more important, and he looks at Luna, to Luna's destiny than mine.
Is it the gateway opening you're looking for? Do you want out, or do you want to bring something in?
Out, in, those types of things don't actually bother me. I want to collect on a debt from long ago. See, I get very upset when people don't pay in full on their debts. And a certain associate has only partially paid their debt. They've paid 5/6 of it. But I don't settle for anything less than 100%.
You want to unwrap that a little bit more, or is that kind of it for now?
Is it really... Do you need to know what it is that I'm getting?
Is there a way for the Netherwings to be dead and the vice fixed, and also the Archmistress still die and you get what you want?
Well, that's the interesting part, you see. The Netherwings are trying to kill the Archmistress as well. Because they would love to have back what I've written a contract to take possession of.
So if you get what you need from her, they don't get what they need.
There, see? You stop the Netherwings from killing the Archmistress, and don't kill her yourself. And then I get what I want, and you get what's left. Now, we've all eaten at the same table. Of course, she didn't do this for free for me, so she will be receiving quite a power upgrade from when she turns over what she owes me. That I will have to deliver on if she delivers, but certainly is, as you've shown, you're resourceful. You've battled back one of my archdevils, Molgok. He was a bit of a prat, but
He was.
right? He got himself caught in that crystal. It truly...
Wait, hold on a second. One of your archdevils. So I don't know.
Yes.
He's just connecting the dots.
If you've already made a deal with Celia, What need do you have to talk to us for? I understand you have a thing you need from her, but I assume whatever deal you made, because I'm sure you're a very smart being, you'd be settled with the deal still.
Well, you see, this way, I'm not a fan of loose ends. And this way, one loose end is tied up. Basically, I just need you all to do things in the proper order. You play your part, the Netherwings play their part, Lily plays her part, the Archmistress plays her part. I love it when a plan comes together.
So we think we're just gonna stand by and let you do whatever you want?
Pretty much. Well, you have to protect her from the Netherwings.
Luna's gonna look in Asmodeus' direction, and she's not to the group. She's just going to look at him and think, think, hoping you can hear, like, what order do things need to be done in?
He'll think back at you. Plant your seed to kick the Netherwings out of their home. Eradicate them at Balathera. Let the Archmistress complete the ritual that I have contracted her to complete. Then do what you will with whatever's left.
And again, still thinking, what is the benefit to me?
Well, I will say, most of your benefit came at the very start. Once you plant the seed, there's quite a boon for you and your people. However, if you'd like something more, I'd be happy to write something up that we could negotiate on. Tomorrow.
She'll just stop thinking at him at that point.
Literally speed of thought, so almost there's...
Yeah.
For the rest of the people, there might be a little bit lull in conversation, but it's not as long.
He's a devil. I'm assuming he's done this before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he knows about side deals. That's all. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of confusion at Balathera, and I would hate for my plans to be upset. By an errant strategy, by, well, all of you, because, quite frankly, your plans seem to go south pretty much on step one.
Exactly why you should involve us.
Like I said, I'm trying to disinvolve you. Just let you know that there could be a price to pay if I have to intercede to protect what is mine.
Even if that price is paid, you would still need to protect the choir, correct?
The choir will be protected until the contract by Cilia is fulfilled.
Your kind's awful.
Why, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Remember, you were once one of us, though. He smiles back at you. Monster or angel, old or young. Angel or devil.
Two sides of the same coin, really.
Exactly. Free will, it's a wonderful thing.
So when it comes to the matter of Balathera, what's stopping the Archmistress and her associates from just getting in our way?
Now that's the interesting part. Because, while it would be foolish, I do like to tie up loose ends, as I said. There is a possibility that the Archmistress might be planning on reneging on our contract. Which, while slim and remote, has not crossed my mind. She's gathered her own little band of fools to fulfill some prophecy.
They've already been gathered, my friend.
Oh, yes, but you've knocked off quite a few.
Well, I think one got away.
Eh,
Who is my counterpart?
that
it was
is...
actually
That
Madam-
is...
So,
Vidar, you can go ahead.
I forgot her name.
Well, it was Madam V was who she asked, but...
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she
Yes.
asked.
Veronica.
She turned her down, so
Yeah,
Veronica
I was
told me.
gonna.
That's interesting. Some roles are yet to be determined. In fact, the Archmistress is rolling her dice, assuming that prophecies, as they often do, bring people to their destinies, whether they like it or not, or whether they know it or not. Truthfully, I would tell you if I knew, but I truly don't. Even some things I don't see.
Well, if our little trip to the Vice goes well, and then we get to Bellatheria to destroy any kind of force that's there, with them in the way, there might be an inkling for protection through for our whereabouts to be unknown during that time. Or just like some quick trips. This whole idea that the teleportation network across this land is null and void, doesn't work, is a lie.
Well, in the way that it used to. You and yourselves have plane shifted to get across. It is not nearly as easy as it once was, and there are some old inventions still around that will move people quickly, but if all goes well in the Vice, if you succeed there, magic should be restored for the most part. And then, Bob's your uncle. You've got a lovely druid who could bamf you wherever you need to go. Hop in one tree and hop out the other.
That's true.
Very convenient when magic's not screwed up.
Yes. I'm glad I asked Linford to pack my tree up and send it home.
And of course, if you ever needed passage, I could certainly arrange something through my realms for a minor fee.
Vidar, you consider that I throw you out a window.
You can
just
do
look
it,
over to
too.
that. He hasn't figured it out yet.
No, he has not. He's rolled an intelligence check of 4.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Yeah.
It's a realization
Um,
by Axel that he hasn't.
Axel, roll me an intelligence check, or I'm trying to think, a history check. Actually, you've got proficiency in all of those, right? From your arcane
I mean,
tradition.
history is proficiency doubled, so it's a lot better than just an intelligence.
So yeah, go ahead and roll history, especially since you study. Actually, I'll give you advantage since you've studied some of this.
31.
Nice.
On a
I have been
31.
racking my mind about this the whole conversation.
So yeah, no, and actually a 31. I can tell you, it was like a 28 was DC.
Ooh.
You have a sneaking suspicion of what he might be missing. And it was the 5/6 that got you. I'm sending you a private. I'm whispering to you.
I've been trying to think of it this whole conversation.
Secrets.
It's the goddamn gems that he made into a necklace. That's it.
He just really wants a new piece of jewelry.
It's just.
What about Sunrock? Do you want a Sunrock? Actually, that would be a
5,
pretty good
6.
duo.
Maybe he wants a new pair of shoes.
Sorry.
I'm so.
Oh,
I'm still trying to think of. Yeah. Something I've referenced.
Yeah, plug our charity for a second.
Game
This
to
is
Grow. Great thing. Oh, wait, I was just.
Yeah, Game to Grow is an awesome organization. They help folks who need help with expressing their emotions or building social connections. If you can donate, awesome. If you can't, no worries.
Cool. We'll just.
Yeah, do something else. It's taking me longer to type.
Hey, who has Animal Crossing and is it worth buying? Because I am on the fence.
I'm
Yeah.
exactly 1 hour into it, and it seems very cute. And I'm excited to focus my brain on something else that is not the current nightmare of existing. So, yes.
Yeah, because I think it was me and New Times were both on the fence. It's just like, of it.
Hey.
You should get Animal Crossing.
Okay, but that's two.
I don't think it's too cute, New Titans. I'm enjoying the vibe of it. I love the music. It just seems fun. I don't know. I'm way into it.
Apparently, things can be so cute you actually do have like a physiological reaction to it. Like the "it's so cute it makes you angry" is like a real, like physiological
Yeah.
thing. Apparently, didn't know that.
Children. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's cute as it's always been.
New Titans, should we get it? That's man, you're at my board. You're at my fence, buddy.
Holy.
Should we? Oh boy.
What is happening with... Uh-oh.
So yeah, you all see Axel all of a sudden melt down.
Oh good.
Oh no.
He's sort of been staring at us like, oh. Hold on. Oh no.
Asmodeus looks at him and goes, "You are smart."
Personal investment.
Do you all need a moment to chat? I'm happy to leave you some privacy.
I already told you we're not making deals.
Oh,
We're
understand.
just talking at the moment.
He will sort of chuck into. I mean, he doesn't want to say it out loud, but he'll probably chuck it into the mental chat. So he wants the Queen of the Netherwings. He wants her head, because he wants the sixth head. A question: do I get the idea that it's a prisoner or a tool?
You would know just from lore that that most people, as they know it, that that she is a prisoner,
All right.
and he apparently only has 5/6.
I would be happy to deliver on that promise.
Yeah, he wants the head of the Netherwings for the dragon. Do you remember the pools?
No.
Tears of Tiamat.
Oh, right, yes.
He wants the sixth head of Tiamat
Oh!
back in his prison. Which, I mean, it could be worse.
Okay.
I think that's the impression I get. I don't know if I'm wrong, and I'm kind of just, I don't.
As you say it out loud, and because he can, as we've seen, he can
Yeah,
read
it's
thoughts.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that you've figured it out, you see, she lost. Tiamat did. But she doesn't truly have only 5 heads. Red, black, green, white, blue, and void. And she's been off running around in the guise of the Dark Empress, while she's supposed to be fully imprisoned by me. What I've been fishing for, with that Archmistress, she threw her unborn child, soul, into the void, a prize that even the Queen of Dragons couldn't pass up. And when the gate opens and the Archmistress drags that soul back from the void, I'll have hooked the one that got away.
Just to well, she doesn't know his name. Oh no, actually no, she does. Axel told her. Asmodeus, I think that can be arranged.
Oh yeah, that is a grudge match between Prince and everyone else I've been waiting to settle for a long time.
So, I have my trap laid. However, after 98 years of preparing her, I have that prison pretty much locked up. I just need to have the swap back so that then I can collect the aspect of Tiamat from the Archmistress. The Archmistress gets her boon from me, and
The Archmistress dies.
I don't care once I have what I need. One does not pay the King of Hell.
I imagine not.
I have my reputation to think of after all.
Someone, wait, what?
Oh yeah, because that's just shining and glimmering.
Oh, you've joined the party. Welcome to the party. Welcome, Vidar. It is. I'm known to keep my contracts to the letter. Every single word printed on the sheet. And he looks pointedly at Celia.
Not many goddamn deals.
And all the unintended consequences that come with it.
Holy crap, it's the Lord of the Night. I'm such an idiot.
People make their choices and they must live with the consequences. That's the world.
Quite frankly, it is lucky, if you ask me. I mean, Axel made a choice about that blood crystal. Had it not been in the bag and not been tainted by Molgok's blood, I would not have realized that that ring had been summoned by the Anchor using her powers, and wouldn't have been able to intercede. So, even bad things can sometimes be good. He smiles evilly at Luck.
Evil.
Go
Yeah, beg to
Knows that
disagree
already.
on
You
that
don't
one.
need to tell us that one.
It's been like 8 lifetimes.
Ah, yes, that poor little flesh worm of a brain of yours. Can't quite remember our last dealing, now can it? He looks at Vidar and goes, now wouldn't it be fun if we had a contract that you don't remember? Take a big sip of his wine.
Oh.
So, as long as things happen in the order you need them to, there's no need for us to make an official to the letter contract.
Absolutely not. In fact, I prefer it. The paperwork, the legal fees. Ugh. Not to mention me keeping track of every contract I have going, and it would be after individual for each of you and payouts and all of that. I much prefer to just have this be an agreement over dinner.
I'm a collector of penance, not a payer.
That's why I liked you. Still do. Get the job done.
Oof. Sorry.
And then looking to the rest of the group. Do we need some privacy to discuss this?
It doesn't matter if we have privacy or not, he's just gonna know what's being spoken about.
If you would like some privacy, you have my word I won't eavesdrop.
You know, your word isn't exactly something I would trust.
Yeah, no offense, but the word of the King of Hell is.
Actually pretty good
Devils-
comparatively.
I was gonna say, she was gonna say just like, devils are very good about keeping to their words.
They're bound to the
In
law,
writing.
strangely enough.
Actually, in writing is where I'm going to trick you. If you ask me nicely to give you some privacy, I'll be happy to step away and wander out by the stables. Chat with Balshirion. Oh, I'm not going to put him under contract.
May we please have some privacy?
Why, yes, of course. All you had to do was ask. And he stands up very elegantly, takes a glass of wine, and strolls out the front door.
Holy fuck, there's a king in our house.
Talk
Yeah,
to you
anything
long
I
enough.
felt. Anything I felt, I could see him.
Wait, freaking what?
Fucking true sight. Language.
Ah.
Sorry, I didn't let you all know. I didn't know it was like safe to let you all know.
Yeah,
I mean, no, on the way back, but-
Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. It's fine.
We figured it out. Yeah.
I do want Naldora's head though.
It's always devils. It's always devils.
Having Tiamat fully imprisoned, I think, would be a good thing, at least in the interim.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been back and forth for centuries, so this will be the final nail in the coffin
Yeah.
for her.
Giving the Archmistress just became a lot harder.
That's the thing. We would have to. Well, yeah. This she would get power from this if she follows through.
He's already lied to us once today.
About what?
He said he wasn't planning on making a deal.
Today.
He
He
said,
likes his words.
I claim he said contract. If I did say deal, I meant contract. So
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'm pretty.
yeah, so that's
think
my
you've made
fault.
it.
I meant for him to say he's not writing any
Contract.
contracts today.
You might have said, I don't remember. I think you
This
that
yeah,
was
is
it.
that-
Yeah.
This isn't under the table.
Yeah, this is him just again. Agree.
We're not making any deal. And then he said, I don't plan on it today.
Anyway, again,
The, the intent.
Yeah, DM's fault. He meant he is not writing any contracts today.
Deals and contracts are different things.
Yeah, you can insight check the DM. I swear it was just a slip of the tongue.
I believe you.
Heard.
Do we really want the King of Hell mucking about in our plans?
What's all?
No.
He's already mucking about in our plans.
But he's also probably got more. He's probably got more than we actually know what he's got. That's my issue.
Well, of course he does. He's the King of Hell.
Yeah. It's also the reason why I have decided not to punch him in the face.
Yeah, I didn't know how people would react to it.
Yeah, I'm an idiot, but I'm not dumb enough to fight something I can't beat.
Looks at Vidar.
Accurate.
What?
I don't
So-
see a problem with ordering our events. Yes, she will get a boon, but I will rip her limb from limb with my bare hands if I have to. Pendants will be paid.
So,
And I mean, there's actually knowing what's happening behind the scenes, and we can now plan around that.
Yeah, man. At least
So
got
now we
that.
won't be taken by surprise, sort of thing. And there's at least that advantage. But any sort of discussion or deal, I'm not.
All we have to do is just tiptoe around the means of her contract. We can, so long as we don't interrupt her directly, we can foil every other plan she has. In saying that once she does succeed, the moment she does, it's a death sentence. He comes to collect. Everything else is open to interpretation then. Even if she does it, even if it is somebody else who does it and she's already dead, say if someone else just became her form. Or no, actually, don't worry.
Are you
Scratch that last part.
seriously trying to outsmart the King of Hell?
Look, for a second there, I followed that trail, but then, yeah.
Yeah, stop before you start.
Well, some notice about who it is would have been fantastic.
Use your brain and stop complaining.
He can run circles around us and we know it.
Oh yeah, I need a coffee.
Again, sorry, but I wasn't sure what was going on. I was scared. Look, as it is, we have a lot to lose either way. We either do what he wants, which is without a doubt bad. Even if it seems to align with us, it's bad because of who he is. And then if we don't do what he wants, then it's also bad because then he'll do something else.
At the same time, the forces we're up against have a lot more resources and a lot more access to magic than we do. We can only move around so cautiously, whereas they have full interpretation to, let's say, an entire force of Neverwing Voidlings.
Well, we've had that this entire time.
We have to keep in mind that the scale on which these bad things happen may vary. Perhaps, let's say we do what he wants, and something bad happens in a plane we will never ever see. How would we know? Perhaps something bad would happen there anyway. There is no way around something bad happening. It's a matter of which bad thing we're willing to deal with. Personally, as long as I get to kill the Archmistress, I don't care.
So long as I get now to his head, I don't care.
I mean, I have to agree with that in the end. I'm just saying, agonizing over which choice we make. And whether we... Making the decision is kind of irrelevant. We just make the decision that's best for us at the time. Is really what I'm trying to say.
I believe what's best is him not getting in our way any more than he is. So following his order is the best way to achieve that.
You're really quiet.
Yeah, we're really quiet. Yeah, well, I mean, we have no idea how we've got it in our way. As long as we know that we're not in immediate danger from what he's doing, he does sort of give a shrug at Celia.
Okay, let's look at the silver linings. Protected Lily McGuire.
It's happening anyway.
He has to do that anyway.
Destroyed the ring. Destroyed the cursed ring.
Oh, great, yeah.
Yeah.
Conveniently helpful.
We have a little bit of insight into what's going on now in the greater deal and what the Archmistress is after. We know we can tiptoe around things. So long as we just keep to a rough line.
Well, we have to keep her alive and get Naldua's head. and then deal with her.
Yeah, that should be easy enough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
Gonna make a quick clarification. It's not now Tua's head. It is
It's-
literally the Dark Empress's.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the
Tell you what,
child soul coming back.
when we come back from the break, before we jump back into roleplay, I'll
Okay.
do a quick lore dump on Tiamat in my world, because it's a little bit different than standard, other than the fact that the five-headed Tiamat that everyone's familiar with is in a prison by Asmodeus. The whole thing is there's this whole other little piece, which we'll talk
She's
about when we come
the-
back from break. Yeah.
The power of the Queen of the Netherwings, which is in the void, which is being gifted basically into the soul that the Archmistress is going to get back.
Yep.
Okay. It's like marinating it for a while.
Yeah.
Literally baiting a hook and throwing it out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens when you take an innocent soul and throw it into the void?
Yeah.
Actually, a void
I
prison,
mean-
even.
In the end, neither direction is good. But as Luna said, that's, I mean, directly best for us that we try and get this work.
Yeah.
Iska, you've been quiet. Do you want to say anything?
I meant what I said earlier. At this point, I trust y'all. I just want to get to the vice and do what we need
Yeah.
to do. Whether it's with him or against him, for now, if he can pop in to this pocket dimension and snatch a thing that was giving us hell, we should probably go along with it. I don't want to have to fight him too at some point. So whatever it
Pretty
takes
much.
just to get by, even if that's just for the day, just to make our lives a little bit easier, just for the day.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
Second, third, even.
I say no.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean this just as a fact, but in looking at Tilia, you're already on his puppet strings. There's not much you can do about it.
I can stop you guys from making a mistake.
You can certainly try.
This isn't really a discussion of contracts or anything. This is just what do we plan? Like,
Yeah,
how
there's
our
no
plan's gonna
actual
change.
contract.
Yeah.
It's
there's
just-
going to be no agreement. It's just going to be okay. We'll give it a try.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
any advice would be best. Would be
Yeah,
very
well,
welcome. So yeah.
If we're technically not obliged to do anything, then he can't do anything. There's no enforcing. There's no prize to be taken.
Yes, it is just a
Yes.
talk.
You
And
think. He's literally a king of hell.
He can make life.
He can do
actually
anything
help
that
us.
he wants.
What can we do to stop him?
Not fall under his little plan.
Yes, because we know we know exactly every step he's going to take.
We know his plan. We know what she
We know part
what
of
her
his
deal
plan.
with is now. We have the control.
And what exactly are we going to do with the head of Tiamat?
I mean, Tiamat's trapped.
Partially.
What is Tiamat gonna do? What is Asmodeus gonna do? Or what is the King of Hell gonna do?
What is the King of Hell going to
She
do?
doesn't say it. She's smarter than that.
What is the king of hell gonna do? Oh, I don't know. Kill us! We saw how much trouble we had with one of his generals. He is the king of hell. We have nothing.
Who cares?
I do.
The fact that you guys are falling for his little plan. I thought you were smarter than this.
What plan?
We didn't sign a contract. And we still won't have to.
Protect
And
my
so
sister.
will we.
Apparently not. You're giving him all the power. You're giving
the
her.
limelight of the god right now on your hands. Because if you do, can you lend it to us? Because that would be very useful. Can you summon a god for us? Because that's what we need right now. We need a goddamn miracle. We ain't got one. We have ourselves, and we've got to deal with it. We've got to make a plan when we've got...
walking miracles. You have literally been revived. Iska should be dead, but she isn't. I should be dead, but I'm not. Midar should be dead, but he is not. We are walking, talking miracles.
And we, walking, talking miracles, couldn't stop a cornhusk doll. And he could.
And that's the point. With all our great deeds, we're still just mortals.
Exactly.
You guys can make all the deals you want with him, but I'm not in this. And Celia walks away.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Tell you what, that's a good spot. Let's take that because I got a bio real quick. Let's take our break real quick. We'll be right back and pick this back up.
Gotcha. Jeanette, I love you. We're still good, right?
We're all good, right? We're all good, right?
Okay. Check it in.
I love you guys.
I love you.
Celia just thinks y'all are idiots. It's
No,
fine.
I got it. I just want to make sure we're okay because that was intense.
I love
That was
you
a very
guys.
intense argument. Yeah.
We just do things. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was a very intense argument.
It was good. Okay, we're all good though. All right, hugs. All right.
Wow, as a group, we have a lot to unpack.
Celia walked away.
Oh, okay. It's really good to see you. I can't even miss you. Oh, do you want to do
I
an
love
intro?
you guys.
Because we're on break. Do you want to actually intro yourself?
Hi. I'm True Hugging Druid. Why am I crying?
Because you're back.
Okay. We love you.
Whew.
Oh,
Goodness.
that's good RP, people. Oh boy.
Yeah,
And Luna and Luck agreed on something.
that was odd.
Noted.
Yeah. I don't think it was even like properly acknowledged. It was just like that was that was a scary moment there.
Oh, it was. Oh my gosh.
That was beautiful.
Wait, why was it scary?
Well, because Luna's and Luck's compass and morale normally spiral that way with each
Yeah.
other. It's like,
Oh boy.
Oh, goodness.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Dragon Druid. I play Celia Rollerin, our high elf rogue who isn't happy right now. I'm fine, I promise. I don't know why I'm crying.
These are tears of
You were
joy.
in deep character.
There's some
That
Yeah.
happened.
Just gotta get it out there.
So yeah, this channel's run 100% for charity. This month's charity. We're on break. This is what happens. This month's charity is Game to Grow, an organization that uses tabletop RPGs like D&D and other systems to help with social anxiety or other socializing issues and helps build long-lasting friendships through these games, even past when the game is over. A lot of good information is available on their website. Please click on the purple letters below, and it'll take you to the website, see all the good stuff they do. If you'd like to donate to them through our channel, please click on the banner above that. And depending on how much you donate, there's various things you can do. You can give us a luck die or a D12 Bardic Inspiration, a whole bunch of different good things, all listed down there. But please don't feel pressured. Please don't feel pressured to donate. You can also do things like share us on social media and Facebook. Otherwise, glad you're enjoying the show, and we hope you continue to stay. And I know everybody's back, but it is technically still break, so it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Pun of the Week. What do you call the wife of a hippie?
What?
A whippy.
Mississippi.
Joke. That's like more, yeah, that's more like dad joke than necessarily a pun, but I still appreciate it very much.
Challenging the pun. Huh?
Pun of the week. So, and we're all back. So quick, just sort of lore update for those who know the D&D like standard Faerun lore. So you have Tiamat, five-headed dragon, of Queen of the Chromatic Dragons, who is currently imprisoned in the Nine Hells by Asmodeus. That's sort of, even in Descent into Avernus, that's a thing. It's been a thing lots of times. My world, I changed it up a little bit. The history of Tiamat as she ascended to the Queen of the Dragons, basically the way she got each of her additional heads was by defeating sort of the lord of each chromatic set of dragons, and then took in their aspect, which basically gave her truly like a second head, a third head, a fourth head, all the way up to the fifth head. In my world, she actually has a sixth head, which is the head of the Void, the Queen of the Netherwings. And sort of how she goes about and does her will out there is by splitting her aspects off to go and be her presence in different places. So she can appear as just a normal red dragon, and the other heads would sort of be ghostly if she reveals herself. So when she did her deal with Asmodeus, it was on a prime material plane where she only had the 5 heads truly incorporated into herself, and she lost the bet. Whatever it was they were betting on, lost the deal. And her void head was this huge secret. Even the Lord of Hells didn't know about it. So he imprisoned the 5-headed Tiamat, thinking she had was paying her debt off. When it turns out that the 6th head has been sort of off gallivanting around the cosmos as the Dark Empress, Queen of the Netherwings, and is this sort of 6th aspect of Tiamat, which is this void aspect, which in order to go, he came up with this plan to go sort of fishing for her out in the astral sea. It's his understanding she has taken the bait, or he's pretty darn sure she's taken the bait. And when that swap back of the Archmistress taking back this soul, it will actually bring this 6th aspect of Tiamat into y'all's world, basically trapped within sort of the Archmistress. Basically has become this trap. Think of like Ghostbusters Ghost Trap, where he can then take Tiamat out of the Archmistress to imprison her with the rest of Tiamat in the 9 Hells and give her a boon for doing his work. But yeah, basically it's the Tiamat sort of becomes fused with the Archmistress. Asmodeus takes Tiamat out of the Archmistress and then gives her a boon. That sort of, to do it in real, the Axel could explain all of this with a 31 history check. So
kind of how I tried to explain it, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we will jump back in. Everyone okay?
Yep.
I think we're all good.
Cool.
Tension.
Cilia storms out.
I think the rest of us are agreed, yes.
Yeah, I suppose closest to agreement I think we're gonna get.
I don't.
I mean, she does have a point. as I said, no answer is good.
Having a point and being right are not necessarily the same. I'm going to go get Asmodeus now.
What's the best outcome we're hoping for here?
He leaves us alone, doesn't bother us anymore. That's the best outcome.
Because
we don't want to be
away,
yeah.
And he intervenes when he thinks he needs to again.
I would rather even he didn't do that. Sorry.
He's the king of hell. I know his word is his bond, but if ultimately it gets us closer to what he wants, sorry, it's so
Luna
hard
did
to see
actually walk
beyond.
out to go.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Vidar gets up and goes to walk out as well towards chase after Celia.
Rion and Nate are just sort of standing by the bar, just like,
Poor
I'll go join him
Riley
and
has
pour
been there
something.
this whole discussion.
yeah, Riley sort
We're making terrible decisions, Riley.
well,
I'll tell
your
you.
last terrible decision, of summoning Sithrax turned out okay.
I mean, I get. Was that a terrible decision?
Well,
I mean, the terrible decision was keeping that gem.
but even
Fine.
that, it sounds like, kind of turned out okay.
So he says.
That's true.
You don't trust him.
He seems
I need to
nice.
teach you. He's the Lord of all. He's Lord of Evil.
He's really handsome.
You see,
Do you think I'd look good with a goatee?
you can give it a try. Well, what do you
not-
think? What do you think,
You're
Iska?
not going to vice you with a goatee.
Goatees are great. I love Astros. Yes.
You hear from over at the bar, Rion go, I'm pouring if anyone, whoever needs. And just-
Yep. Make it two.
and he starts pouring out, like,
One for me.
yeah,
Make it
shots. Yeah.
And this is just just after I've sobered up as well.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Oh
You were,
He
yeah,
got sobered up and now he's got to get drunk again.
yep, you got magically sobered up by Iska.
Alright.
While y'all have a drink, let's follow Luna for a second.
So, goes to Asmodeus, and he can pick up the mind reading thing anyway, so she's not going to say anything out loud, but just kind of to him. Tell him just like, Celia does not agree, but the rest of us have essentially decided that doing things in your order seems to be the best for us at this time. No contract will be signed to this effect. You will have to take us at our intention.
That is why we had a lovely conversation over a nice meal.
And
I'm
oh, go ahead.
not interested in any contract with you. I don't want to be bound to you as little as you want to be bound to me.
Interesting. You expressed some interest in that earlier, but okay. Celia, I assume whatever contract you have with her gives you some modicum of control. She will be your responsibility to keep from foiling your plan, not ours.
Not terribly concerned about Celia.
Didn't think so.
That's why I made sure to wrap that loose end up first. Another big, it's this charming, horrible smile.
I want it known that I do in fact hate you, but you know very well that will not stop me from dealing with you. If other benefits need to be discussed at some time, I'll find a way to contact you.
Oh, just say my name.
Right. And assuming we've been doing this the whole time as they're walking back, so it's not
Yeah.
clear that this.
Yeah.
Okay.
as you all walk back in with Asmodeus, Vidar, Celia. I mean, are you stealth checking it and disappearing, or are you allowing yourself to be found by Vidar? 28. Vidar, go ahead and do a perception. And actually, he's at disadvantage to detect you, right? Because of all your stuff and things and stuff.
And I'm exhausted.
And you're exhausted, yeah. Vidar. Vidar's like looking at a chicken.
Vidar's tired. He's got this expression on his face. It's like, Celia, come out. Do we have to play the hide and seek game? Come on, just come talk to me. You could, or even talk to me from a hidden place, whatever works. Just.
Vidar looks like shit, by the way.
It's been a really rough couple of last 4 days. If we could get through this, we can get through anything. Come on. Also, I'd really like a hug without having a dagger shoved through my stomach.
I could. Oh no, that's right. He's looking for Celia. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not here. Say the exact same stuff over mental command directed to Celia. It's like, come on. Just. Doesn't have to be with him. Doesn't have to be up there. Let's just take a moment for ourselves. We don't have to be involved. I think you're muted.
She's talking, I think, to her husband.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah.
She will. She says, I'm not entertaining that evil creature anymore. He can go die for all I care. I'll find you guys later.
Nope, wait, I agree on that as well. Come on, don't go away. Celia. Okay. Hands in face. Why can't we just have a normal afternoon? Just one. And he walks back.
Because destiny.
Yells back into the void that is Celia's domain of stealth. This is bullshit, you know. Absolute bullshit. Comes out saying that into the tavern hall.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit, and she is not going to be doing it. This is bullshit. Oh hi, Obsidy.
So you walk Asmodeus back into the inn. As he walks in the door, there is that weird pressure that waves over you of his fearful presence, of that petrifying presence. But because of the hero's feast, you kind of feel it just sort of fall off of you without affecting you. You actually do see Rian and Nate sort of freeze up as they didn't go over and partake. If someone wants to bring them something from the hero's feast, that would help them. Yeah,
Looks
so
like Iska's got it.
Yep. Iska, basically, you can feed them one of the rolls or grapes or anything off the table, and you see them come to and it's like, right.
Yes, stay out of it.
I fully intend to. will follow your lead on whatever you might, if you need my assistance, on further.
Noted.
So Asmodeus comes in and, well, I won't say we have an agreement, but we've all said our piece.
Goals have been acknowledged, as well as sequencing.
Perfect. Well, this is quite a nice place you have here, Rion, and, well, seeing as we've got 23 hours together, I'm going to make myself comfortable. And he goes over and plops down in a big chair by a fire and pops open a book and starts to read.
Luna's gonna tap Luck on Melon. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll give you your privacy, but if anyone needs me, I'll be here. Kind of the unwanted, charming house guest.
Yeah. He's still the king of
Unfortunately, he is a guest, so it's a bit of a...
He is a guest.
And I mean, you know...
Meaning we can't deck him.
So whenever me and Luck find a private sector.
Again,
whatever,
it's a magical mansion as a tavern, so basically you can have it be what is your little place to talk? It can be like a booth in the corner of a bar. It can literally be a room that you walk into. It can be back in the kitchen if you want.
I was
wherever.
thinking a room we walk into. Whatever.
Okay.
Some room. Weird dimensions. Turning to Luck. First thing she'll say is, "There is something for which you owe me an apology, and I expect it now."
Which one?
You owe me an apology for assuming I am nothing but a cold-blooded murderer and making it seem as such in front of my people.
I do apologize for that. I was an idiot, and frankly, I didn't understand. I was stressed. Things confused me. Now I don't know what to believe.
You're in the gray, and you do your best to be a beacon of light. That is only to be expected. I know that this, like, kind of waving general situation is a hard thing to deal with, but we will have to. Sometimes you must. Think of the bigger picture instead of the one right in front of you. There's nothing we can do to the King of Hell. You and me agree on that. Getting rid of the Netherwings and killing the Archmistress eventually. We both agree upon, yes?
Correct.
Then I do think this is the best course of action. And I will make sure we both stick to that. And in return, I need a favor.
Ask away.
You asked me for something once. I asked you for a similar favor. If at any point I become a danger to the Genasi, I expect you to kill me.
You really trust my judgment?
I trust that you will keep your word if you give it.
Fair enough then. You have my word.
Then you are forgiven.
Only took a few months.
Is there anything else you think we need to discuss?
This whole religion thing.
Yes.
He holds up his gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
How does it work?
You form a relationship with your deity, whatever that is, and keep living. I'm sure your, looking to the gauntlet, relationship is different from mine, pointing to her holy symbol. The gods aren't here to dictate every one of your actions. You will still be like Goldheart. Don't let her know. Don't worry too much about it.
Enough. Just keep doing what I've been doing. Got it.
Hopefully minus the stupid stuff. Stupid stuff related to me, at least. And I think we're good.
Indeed.
We'll pan the camera back over to Iska and Axel. Old friends, all the way back from Morgan's Creek, really, where they first sort of discovered each other's journals. It's been a long, strange road. But here you are at the bar. The King of Hells is over reading a book in the corner. A re-faded Florian Gilderloin is serving you drinks. Axel's twig that he made down in along the route to Falcon's Crest is now a almost 7 foot tall rune forged sun.
One big happy family.
Sometimes you just gotta look around, take a sip of something very strong, and think, huh, Axel, huh.
Yeah, that's about right. How long has it been? It's been like, what, a couple of months?
6 months. You all are right at 6 months.
6 months. 6 months.
Do you remember when we were really excited about a boiling stone?
Yes, I do. We were? It kind of feels really weird to know that we were.
The King of Hell is reading a book in that corner.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm a dragon. And, do you...
I travel through time.
And space.
Or something. Even I'm kind of not really sure what I do yet.
You've sent people back from the future.
It's a future problem, and also a past problem, and currently a present problem.
Do you ever think that when you went on your... Is this what you wanted when you wanted your adventure?
To be a time-traveling, constantly existing maiden of fate? I'm not gonna lie, Axel. It threw me for a bit of a loop.
Yeah, but yeah. What did you expect on your adventure? If it wasn't this, obviously.
But it kind of was. I wanted some great stories, and I wanted some great people. And truly, I've got them. And I've got them for whatever comes next as well. It's not over. None of this is over yet.
No.
Who's to say even when this is over, what over truly means?
Yeah, well, you know that it's not over for you because from the future, our future, we're... But yeah, I want you to see the world, see the magic, find out about my family, and all those things have happened and are gonna keep happening.
You've started a family too.
Yeah, it wasn't on my plans, but yeah.
You know, I've heard you're never really ready to be a parent. But normally I think it's just because it seems stressful and not because you create a sentient creature out of a stick. But still, I think the principle's the same.
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing to compare it against. you know. It probably also doesn't count when you find a random child alone in the forest on the road. And yeah, I can't say I've got this particularly or have been created from a dragon by a fae. I'm pretty sure none of this is a normal sort of lineage, but it's my lineage, so I'm gonna stick to it.
He's a hell of a kid, and he's got a hell of a dad.
Let's drink
Oh,
to the journey we've done and the fates we've got ahead of us. And the maiden who makes them happen. Hey, and their boyfriend you're gonna get back to.
hey, all right, let's come on.
I can make your wedding dress.
Sort of cheers and takes a drink.
Say Luna and Luck and Vidar sort of wander back in as they see oddly jovial Axel and Iska clinking glasses.
Did I hear
We
something
are
about a
ignoring
wedding?
the back of the room. It doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry, what did you say, Vidar?
Do we have a wedding to go to next? What did I walk into?
No, everyone, shut up. We're moving on.
Never said that. I just said boyfriend,
If
but
you
okay.
If you get drunk again, I reserve the right to dump water on you again.
Which one are you talking to?
Yes.
I'm
Oh.
go to sleep soon.
Yeah, I just down it anyway.
And that's what she
just down
expected.
another one.
Yeah, if y'all recall, this was basically y'all were. It's about probably sunrise. The sun is actually probably coming up at this point because y'all were out until 3 in the morning. Then all this happened. Lily is certainly all but falling asleep over on a chair at this point.
Yep.
Gandry
Actually,
doesn't
I
sleep,
believe
so I'm not sorry. Gandry Riley
Riley.
doesn't sleep, so he's sort of still.
I think I would have sent him just to take Lily to bed.
I thought
Get out of the
Luna probably settled Lily before.
That's
the
cool.
whole
Yeah, Riley
everything
easily
happened.
could have. Yeah, Riley easily could have taken
Either way,
Lily
yeah.
up to bed.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Axel doesn't want him staying in the room with the Lord of Hell. Just gonna say,
Dad!
it's like that uncle you.
It's the Lord of Hell.
No. It's like that one uncle your dad doesn't want you to hang out around with.
You know, it's sad. Luna probably actually didn't do it because, like, oh, I don't want you in the room, so I just like, no, the Lord of Hell actually has to protect you. I just want you to get sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lily,
Yeah.
whatever. Lord
It's
of
like,
Hell,
we're
we'll
gonna
go with
get
that.
drunk now. It's time for you to go to bed.
I don't know what to do about Celia, my friends. I am very worried and concerned for her. I want to talk to her about everything, but she keeps running away from me.
She'll talk when she's ready, and there's nothing to be done besides that.
You can't make up people's minds.
Does she know there's beer? You should tell her there's beer.
Hey Celia, there's beer, there's
Sorry,
open
sorry.
wine, it's chilled to the touch.
Wine. She's a fancy
Yeah,
fancy
she's
lady.
fine.
The
There's
dog.
six.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
There's 6,000-year-old wine here, and nothing but cupcakes apparently. Why is there a basket of cupcakes here? Looking down at the feast.
Riley would be like, that was me.
I love you, Riley. Cupcake.
On his way out.
Bacon flavored cupcakes.
Probably.
Why?
There are bacon-flavored donuts. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Celia, bacon flavored cupcakes.
Yeah, I think.
But I don't think she's listening.
That's fair. This is gonna be a little out of character, but I want to stop and actually spend some time down swimming in a stream again.
Wait, what's
This has been any stream. We just got off the road. I want a vacation already. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. This has been a very stressful experience of life. Is this always like it is?
For those with cosmic destinies, I suppose so.
Just saying I want to trade it away and just not have that anymore.
You've had many lifetimes where that could have been done. Deal, mortal.
Wow, that puts a lot of context.
You know, there was this Wizard's Journal. Grom let me read. I don't think it was actually real, but it was a wizard, and he wrote. I can't remember what it was exactly, but there's many things we would wish. There were people who wish things were different, but it's all in the end. All we've got is it's what's given to us. I can't remember the quote properly. It was very poetic, but I can't remember it. I think his name was Gandalf.
I don't want to lose any of you either, and this Gandalf sounds like a twat.
I think you all should just start drinking. And on that note, Luna's gonna actually sit near Asmodeus.
Okay.
She's gonna just look at him and ask, "What is the WB?"
Well, let me tell you.
Oh no.
But first, believe it or not, I've got to tell you about Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't believe the contracts I close on number of people who would do, well, what they would do for a pint of Ben and Jerry's, and being able...
Only a pint?
And he just starts to explain. He explains how Ben and Jerry's and the WB is the path to health.
Yep.
Only a pint.
I had to. It was right there, just like she.
It's supposed to be what would you do for a Klondike bar, not what would you do for a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
Hey, I'm the DM. I like my Ben and Jerry's. Okay.
I've got a question. People are selling their souls for a pint of Ben and
I was
Jerry's.
gonna do it. Just like
It's like
Sorry.
the back alley fiends. That's like day one stuff. The siren call of humans saying, "What I wouldn't give for a pint of Ben and Jerry's right now." Bring those young devils every time.
Just overhearing that, Vidalis looks at the table, just thinks Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's. What the fuck is
Oh,
Ben
wait,
and Jerry's?
you see a small pint, a strange-looking paper carton, show up on the hero's feast.
God damn it.
It's chocolate therapy.
Chunky Monkey, probably. I'm thinking is probably what shows up.
oh my gosh, I'm gonna need ice cream after this, and this is all your
Dude,
fault.
I
It's still
have
winter
a thing
here.
of chocolate therapy in my freezer, and I really want to go get it.
I got my oats of this world. So Anyway.
No, we get an ice cream, and it's all your fault. I blame all of you.
Bird is done with
Unless you
all of
didn't
us.
say anything.
Takes
So-
a pint of ice cream.
As the sinfulness of Ben and Jerry's and binging WB shows is explained to Luna, people can go off to get their long rest. Lord knows Vidar needs one. Axel needs. Everyone pretty much needs one. So
Falls asleep on the pint of Ben and Jerry's.
As good as that is, I'm going to do some late night reading. Because you know what? Fuck it with. Let's find out. Because it's been sitting there for how many sessions now? Too many.
Are we talking about the book?
The book of Nope.
Do you want me to join you in the Book of Nope? Do you want some protection with the Book of Nope? That's where Celia is. Celia's known about that.
That's why she made the contract.
What was all this shit about night signing contracts?
Endless supply of Ben and Jerry's.
yeah, suddenly Celia walks in. Just where have I seen that carton before?
We are not sponsored by Ben and Jerry's.
But we should
But Ben
be.
and Jerry's, if you want to call me,
Oh man, my music stopped playing.
Do something. Like, if you're really going to read that book, You know what? No, it's all on you.
Got
I'm going to
axe.
bed.
Sorry, out of character. What was the book of Nope again? I'm trying to remember.
Moldark's book.
Oh!
Yeah, that book.
Yeah, okay, Luna will go
That
follow
book,
you.
okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Luna's going with you.
Yeah, but, yep, that's fair.
Here you go. Here's a
Axel's
magic
gonna-
circle. Tell me your findings. No one can. Nothing. Just. This is going to come.
Actually, you have to choose which thing. Are you? I assume
Yeah.
keeping devils out. I believe it's.
Keeping
Or is it
devils
fiends? It might be fiends, isn't it?
Just
it
fiends.
would be fiends.
Fiends,
Yeah,
which
so
covers
fiends is
actual devils
umbrella
and
term.
demons, so that's
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. There you go. Here's your safe space. Don't get out of it. I'm gonna go to bed because I could keel over and die at any second now.
Right.
Good. Bye. Good night.
Sorry, my roll
guess
20
bad.
just crashed.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Oh, rip.
So yeah, he focuses on fiends and to keep fiends out,
Yep.
so he can have his reading in some peace. And Vidar just goes up to a room, any room, and just onto the floor.
Yeah.
He doesn't even make it to the bed.
Yep. And you go into your trance.
Holds
Hey,
out
Fernando,
Ryan Dyer.
$5. Woohoo! Luck die for Cilia. Excellent product placement. See, we do have a sponsor. The rest of you going to bed, going to sleep.
Yep.
Okay.
Holds out Ryan Talia. Here's your sunrise. Have fun. And a window opens for a sun.
Yep.
Ray of sunlight
Sunbeam
come
come
and shine
in
on it.
as it's. You place the rock up on the window, and
You can just.
you all get a uneventful night's rest. Y'all can roll Constitution saving throws to see who wakes up first, or if folks. Actually, I need a luck. Roll me an intelligence save at disadvantage.
Yes.
Not even a save. I'm sorry, a check, but it's. I assume it's the same because you're not
It's same,
proficient, right?
yeah.
On a 12. Actually, roll me a Constitution save at disadvantage. You get about to the Bagats and fall asleep. It is boring, dry. It is literally the first like 2 chapters is literally a lineage of all the people in Elevation Pit, like from long ago. It is like the Bagats from the Bible. It is just one after another, apparently of Molgark, keeping track of all of the people. Or having a priest, yeah. So you fall asleep.
Luck's asleep, right? Luck's still there, and the circle's still there, right?
Sure. Didn't you go up or not? If you didn't, you can go down.
No, I specifically said I went
Yeah.
with Luck.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So he sort of falls asleep midway through the Bagats. Do you wake him up or start reading yourself?
No, I start reading myself.
Do me an intelligence check at disadvantage.
It's not my strong suit. Where?
And
That's
then
disadvantage. Oh boy, nope.
yep, and then do me a Constitution save at disadvantage. Y'all are the sweetest thing. Luna has fallen asleep on Luck's shoulder.
That's
There's-
adorable.
Yeah. Who gets? I wonder who's gonna find them. Who gets up? Celia, do you come back in the night, or are you out? So
Oh, she is out.
oop, who we lose?
He had to,
Oh,
drop.
Bird.
He wasn't feeling great.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Bart isn't feeling good.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I missed it. Okay, so as you all wake up, who's our early riser? So I'm sorry, Celia. Let's back to Celia. Do you come back or do you stay out?
Yeah, I stay out.
Okay.
I am going to go near where Tara and I appear,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stay near there.
Yep. And yeah, pretty much as sunrise comes up, you see Tara appear. There's this weird, almost like shimmery version of yourself there for a second before it disappears, but then it's like time catches up, and Tara turns around and sort of goes, that was quick.
Yeah, time is funny.
Ain't it, though?
She says, well, come with me. I have somebody that I'm sure you'd love to meet.
Okay.
And I am going to take her to see if we can get a meeting with Mem.
Oh, okay.
Madam.
Cool. So you head out towards Mims. Luna, you're usually an early riser, so you wake up. Axel, actually, let's see if Axel. I'm trying to think. You did a long rest. Yes, you were settling in for a long rest. Luna?
Axel, yes.
And Luna as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, Vidar would be up first as a four elf, being an elf and only 4 hours. So at about 9 a.m. or so, you wake up, drool on your face, sort of half in and half out of a sunbeam that's beaming in through the window. It's interesting. The window has moved over the course to follow the sun because that was your intent. So Ryan Talia has stayed in the sunlight this whole time. But yeah, you've gotten a long rest. Do you go downstairs, hang in the room?
See, my attention is to engage with Ryan Talia again in her world.
Okay. I'm going to pause on that. We might not get to it this session, but we will do it first thing next session if we don't get to it. Downstairs. Because, yeah, that's going to take a little while. During this trance, we're going to go ahead and jump forward to Luna and Luck. It's around 11 a.m. Luna, let's throw Constitution off to see who wakes up first.
Oh, he always wins those. Fine.
An awkward situation. Got a 14 and a 21. It's the same bonus modifier. It's still just a 3. It's just he always rolls good.
Exactly.
Luck, you wake up first in your magic circle with Luna asleep, leaning on your shoulder.
I'm going to die if I don't. Just so slowly, just like.
Try not to wake.
Do a stealth check with disadvantage as you try to somehow not wake Luna, knowing that this probably will get you, if nothing else, water in the face, maybe an ice ball in the face, and maybe a punch in the face. I said disadvantage.
You did, yeah,
on a 5, yeah, you start to move, and Luna, you wake up, book in your lap, leaning on Luck's shoulder, realizing where you've woken up.
I think the first thing she'd probably realize is like another person touching me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, touching me, too big to be Lily. And her instinct is probably to like shove.
Yeah.
Shove out. Just immediately like and then probably realize it's looking at anything.
Yeah, it's Luck.
yeah, like closes the book, hands it to him, gets up, goes to do her morning routine.
Okay.
No acknowledgement.
To dry reading, huh?
You head outside to do your
Yeah. Oh,
routine.
well, she check on Lily first. She would do that.
Certainly, you peek in. She's still asleep.
Okay.
Long
then,
night.
Besides that, then yeah, she'll just go outside then.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Do me a perception check with advantage. 14.
14 it is.
As you're out doing your routine, by whatever magics for this place, because you do actually, even though you're in this sort of pocket dimension, because of the way that it has been designated by Rian, certain sounds will sort of go into it, so he has an idea of what's going on outside. Something that also comes in is smells, and you get the smell, a familiar smell, of Noblin noodles. Not exactly like Knobs, but very similar. It's as though it's his base recipe, but it's been changed a little bit.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Roll me an investigation check.
No.
You are following your nose around, and this is like a maze through here. So you follow your nose for a good 30, 45 minutes and keep ending up in dead ends, but it's gnawing at you now of trying to find this. And eventually, in this very sort of back alley, literally almost on the edges, sort of, you can tell it's sort of on the low ground, so it's stays damp. It is about the worst spot to have a tent set up. You see what looks like a thrown away tarp that's been sort of put up on long sticks, and it is all but fallen over. You see out front there's a small sort of half broken, probably someone's discarded crate that they might have packed things up in from one of the other more larger tents. But lovingly hung on little easels, you recognize some artwork by Cobb. You don't see him, but you do hear the crackle of a fire sort of out back. And that's where the smell is coming from.
Yeah, will she try and go ahead and go follow the smell?
As you sort of walk through and push aside the tarp a little bit, you see Cobb. His back is sort of towards you. His head is sort of down, dejected. It's a very sort of small pot of noodles over a sort of one log campfire. And he just sort of has a faraway look, and he's sort of slowly sitting them. He looks thinner than you recall, sort of unshaven, a bit lost.
Carl?
You see him sort of look around, almost like he doesn't believe he heard your voice, kind of look up, but he doesn't necessarily turn around to look quite at you yet, as it's like he's imagining it.
Cobb, it's Luna.
And you see him turn around. Oh. Hi, Luna. I guess it makes sense that you'd be down here.
It's good to see you again.
Oh, yeah. Here, I don't have much, but you can have a seat. And he sort of gets up and gives you his seat and sort of moves over. So, where'd your adventures all take you? How'd you get back through the Vice so quick? I thought you were going to come back through at West, but I never saw you.
If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure how, but short story magic.
Yeah, magic will do that.
What brings you here when you're setting up your own noodle shop?
No, I wouldn't set up noodles. Well, everyone got through the vice and they're heading down here, and there wasn't lots to do because, no one's headed back through. And, well, Bob and I, we kind of got into it. See, it was stupid. I'm not often the smartest guy around. But I thought that maybe if I hitched a ride and came down here that people might like my art. Thought that, just maybe I would be something other than just a noblin selling noodles.
You already are something more. You're an artist.
No one wants to buy no art from no noblin. I've had some people look, but...
Whether someone buys your art or not, you will always be an artist. That comes, and she'll kind of like point to her chest, from here.
Yeah, but... Are you really an artist if no one ever even looks at it? Or all they see when they see your art is see you?
Are you really alive if whenever somebody looks at you, they see someone less than themselves?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I was just hoping that somebody, one of these big fancy people, it's stupid. I thought they...
God, it is not. Look at me. It is not stupid. And I'm going to make sure that people see your art and recognize it.
You don't have to do that. That's...
I know I don't have to. I want to. Seeing your artwork makes me happy. And I know if we get it in front of the right people, it'll make them happy too.
It really makes you happy?
And she'll give him the, she will give him one of her rare smiles. Yes.
Then I got something for you. I've been working on it for a long time. And I was always... Well, ever since you came through, I wanted to do something because I knew you were going to do something really special with your life. And he goes over and you see everything else is literally things that would have been taken probably from someone else's trash. But there is this beautifully crafted crate about 2 feet by 18 inches. And he carefully opens it up. Again, he's a noblin, so he has strong hands. He basically all but pulls like the brads and the nails out just with his own fingernails. And he opens it. And you see him kind of look away as he shows it to you. And it is this impressionistic painting of you on a cliffside in flowing robes. It's like a Rembrandt. It is gorgeous. It is showing all sort of the different aspects of you. You see up in the corner, there's your holy symbol. The center, there's sort of like your face almost within the impressionistic painting, that if you look at it long enough, you can see that the way the landscape is, it's almost like a silhouette of your face. And then there's the picture of you on those cliffs near your home where you grew up, where he always sort of pined for you.
Oh, this is beautiful. And she is tearing up a bit. Thank you so much.
I know that people didn't always see you for anything other than that you were a child of, a Genasi. But this is how I always saw you.
She just gives him a big hug.
I thought you should know. And you should have it.
Cobb, will you do me the honor of letting me be your patron?
For real?
You have a gift that needs to be seen. Many people in this world hurt, and you create beautiful things. And that needs to be shared.
If that means I can paint and people get to see it, I'd be honored to have you be my patron.
She just grabs him in a hug and starts crying.
Oh, dear. I should be the one crying here. I guess my dream did come through. The person who really mattered got to see something that I painted. Thank you, Luna.
Thank you, Cobb.
And as we pull back, I think that's where we're going to end our session of the Vice today. Thank you all for tuning in. We can go around. Folks can tell us where we can find them out there on the internet. We'll start with Dragons or Cats.
Hello, everyone. I am Dragons and Cats, and thank you so much for being here with us today. You can find me on my Twitch and Twitters at Dragons are Cats, and I'll throw the links into the chat. And thank you so much for stopping by. That was wonderful.
Next up, Templar Warden.
Hello, I am Templar Warden. I was playing Hidden by Axel, the, well, as Modi's put it, Dragon and Cat Dad Wizard thing. You may find me anywhere on the internet as Templar Warden. You may find me on Twitter at Reign of Templar. You may find me and everyone else in the Discord, where we put up alerts, where people share their channels, and where we can chat about the series, or Critical Role, or pretty much anything. I'll put that in the chat in a moment. Good fun session, this one. Lots of debate and thought and character.
Next up, we have Tree Hugging Druid.
Hi, I'm Tree. You can go find me on Twitter. I'll post the link in the chat. I don't really tweet things, but I retweet when things are happening. And also, I'm a pig. It's empty.
Oh. Next up, NNG9.
Hey, I'm NNG9 on Twitch, where I live stream video games, which I will finally be able to get back to tomorrow. I don't know if I'll actually stream tomorrow, but starting tomorrow, I will have the ability to do that again. NNG98 on Twitter. I tweet stuff, sometimes fun, sometimes other stuff. It's all good times. Stay hydrated.
Next, last but not least, Good Guy Pie.
Hello everyone, I'm Good Guy Pie. You can find me Good Guy Pie on Twitch, 2Good2Guy on Twitter. I tweet things sometimes, and I also stream games. We might try and get around to streaming, not sure, something this week, next week, yeah, next week. Something. There is something going to be streamed, I just don't know what.
And I will sign off for Bird vs. Plane. He was not feeling well. You can find him out as Bird vs. Plane. Check out his Twitch channel for when he streams. He's been streaming XCOM, the new one, and also you can catch us on WASD. I am, wait a sec, dude. I am Tall Squall. I was your DM today. Hope you all enjoyed our story. We will be having more episodes of The Vice as we keep going on, and until next time, gather your friends together and tell a story, because that is what it's all about. We are going to go see who's available for raiding. We will go raid our buddy Scraticus, and be sure to say hello in the chat once you get over there. And until next time, gather your friends together, tell a story, and remember that kindness is always a free action. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.